Good morning, students. I am Anikant Mishra, Modern English School, New Area. As we are continuously discussing the very important topic that regarding the structure of atom. In this regard, after the model proposed by J.J. Thomson, the next scientist Ernest Rutherford tries to know the how electrons are arranged in an atom. For this, he was trying to perform an alpha particle scattering experiment. Now, what is alpha particle? That we are going to discuss. Now, as I just said, in the nucleus, central part of an atom is called nucleus. Nucleus contain neutron and proton. Now, if the nucleus of an atom contain number of neutron and proton are equal, as for example, just I have taken in the case of carbon, number of neutron is 6, number of proton is 6. So N by P ratio is 1. Now my dear student, if the approximately 1 or sorry, if you say more than one or approximately around 1.5, then such nucleus of an atom is unstable in nature. Those type of nucleus are unstable, tries to get stability by emitting the radiation like emitting alpha particle, beta particle and gamma rays. The nucleus which contain N by P ratio around 1.5 or greater than 1 are unstable nucleus. They want to get stability. Those nucleus tries to get stability by the emission of alpha particle, beta particle and gamma. As we are talking about the source of alpha particle, as I said, in the case of carbon, N by P ratio is carbon 6C12. Carbon 6C12, N by P is 1. N by P ratio is 1. So its nucleus is very stable. But if you take an example of uranium, it is a uranium. Its atomic number is 92 and the atomic mass is 235. So number of proton, as you know that number of proton equal atomic number is number of proton present in an atom. So it means since its atomic number is 92, so the atomic number of proton presence in the nucleus of uranium atom is 92. Number of neutron that you subtract from 235 to 92. In order to find out number of neutron, there is a need to subtract from the atomic mass to the atomic number. So when you subtract from 235 to 92, it will give you 143. That is the number of neutron presence in the nucleus of uranium atom. Now you see N by P ratio number of neutron by number of proton, that is 143 by 92. That is approximately, it comes 1.55. You see that just I have mentioned, if the n by p ratio is 1, the nucleus is very stable, but when the nucleus, the n by p ratio is greater than 1, or especially that one it exceeds 1.5, when its value, n by p value exceeds 1.5, then its nucleus is unstable. So now these nucleus, not only the uranium, thorium, polonium, actinium, uranium, thorium, polonium, actinium, these elements have n by p ratio more than 1.5, so their nucleus are unstable. So these nucleus tries to get stability by the emission of alpha particle, beta particle and gamma rays. So, and these elements are called radioactive element. These elements, uranium, thorium, polonium, actinium, are called radioactive element. And the phenomenon of emission of alpha, beta and gamma are called radioactivity. So the uranium, polonium, thorium, actinium are radioactive element, are the sources of alpha particle, beta particle and gamma rays. I have discussed with you, since Rutherford has taken alpha particle. So from where alpha particle, that's why I have discussed with you this radioactive element. Okay, now any radioactive element emit not simultaneously alpha, beta, gamma. Some radioactive elements emit alpha and gamma, or some radioactive element emit beta and gamma rays, beta particles and gamma rays. So now, what is an alpha particle now? Because you now came to know that the source of alpha particle is from the radioactive element. The source of alpha particle is from radioactive element. Now what is a alpha particle? Alpha particle is a positively charged particle having 2 units of a positive charge and 4 units its mass. What is alpha particle? Alpha particle is a positively charged particle having 2 units of a positive charge and 4 units its mass. Since it resembles with the alpha particle, 2 units its positive charge, 4 units mass, it resembles with the helium. So alpha particle is also called helium nucleus. Alpha particle, since it has 2 units of a positive charge and 4 units its mass, and helium has also 2 units of a positive charge and 4 units its mass. So alpha particle is known as helium nucleus. So now Rutherford performed the alpha particle scattering experiment. Now we will discuss what is the alpha particle scattering experiment. So in this alpha particle scattering experiment, that Rutherford has taken a very thin sheet of gold. He wanted to take the thin sheet as thin as of 1000 atoms, as thin as of 1000 atoms. That's why that much thin, and the unreactive metal can be of gold. So that was the objective of taking the gold foil. Foil is what? Extreme thin sheet. Extreme thin sheet of metal is called foil. Extreme thin sheet of a gold is extreme thin sheet of a metal is called foil, and extreme thin sheet of a gold is called gold foil. Like when you buy the dosa, they wrap in a silver paper, you see, or any material, food material we buy from the restaurant, they used to wrap, or also you bring the during your lunch time also your mummy may be giving you the chapati by wrapping in a gold foil, silver foil. So now, one thing, as I said, the objective of taking the gold foil was he was trying to take as thin as made up of 1000 atoms of gold. The second, he has selected the alpha particle because alpha particle has enough energy. It has a 2 unit of a positive charge, 4 unit of mass, and considerable amount of energy, so that it can strike and it has ability to pass through that atom. It is also called penetrating power. What penetrating? To hit and to cross it to some extent. To hit and pass it to some extent, that is called penetrating power. Like when you hit a stone with a sharp edge, then you see that sometimes the wall, their paint removes when you strike it, because that stone has little penetrating power. That's why it has removed the paint from the wall. At the same time, if you hit the wall with the bullet, what happens? It embedded inside the wall, because this bullet has a more penetrating power as compared to the stone. And he was expected that before the experiment, he was expected this alpha particle would deflect to some extent. This was his vision before he performed the experiment. This alpha particle would deflect because of the presence of proton in the central part of an atom, or in an atom. Because of the presence of positively charged part in an atom, it would deflect the alpha particle to some extent. Now we will see that with the help of the picture. So, my dear students, this pictorial this experiment with the help of the picture we will discuss in the next video. Please watch this video honestly. And also I am trying to make this video in little size, so that with your hardly within 10 minutes you watch the video, try to understand. This chapter is fully conceptual chapter, so I'm also taking initiation, so that you each and every topic you try to understand it nicely, make your concept crystal clear. And yet after watching the video, please you send me, or you write you write your question in WhatsApp, or I may take your live class soon, very soon. So till then, please, once again, it is my request, watch the video honestly, and if you have any doubt, please you call me or you may write your question. Thank you. Have a nice day.